It's all the way up. Make sure, though, you subscribe to Pharaoh Said That Live. You don't want to miss that when that launch. Okay? And just get ready. I'm going to be all over the internet. So keep up with me, okay? Get your exercise on. Get your plant-based food in. You drink plenty of water. You have to follow me on Vegan Intel. You have to follow me on Pharaoh Said That Live. You have to follow me here on Pharaoh Said That. You have to follow me on From Kemet to Chicago and a few other places, all right? So make sure, though, you subscribe to Pharaoh Said That Live. And salute to everybody that's already subscribed to Vegan Intel. It's going up over there. Subscribe to Vegan Intel too, right? Subscribe to Vegan Intel on YouTube. Check out both Patreons too. Pharaoh Said That Patreon, Vegan Intel Patreon. The Vegan Intel is only like $5. But make sure you check out Vegan Intel. Subscribe to Vegan Intel, even if you don't want to eat right, because that's not all I'm talking about over there is eating right, but it's going to give you some encouragement to take care of your health. You've got to take care of your health, all right? And Pharaoh Said That Live, it's going to be phone lines, interviews. You'll be able to come live and talk. So it's going to be different over here. Over here, it's bullheaded. It's just what I say. It's my way or the highway over here. On Pharaoh Said That Live, you're going to have it your way. Like a vegan Dairy Queen. You feel me? So you want to subscribe to that. It's going to be up. It's going to be all the way live. You're going to have it your way like a vegan Burger King, right? It's going to be sweet like a vegan Dairy Queen. It's going to be popping, okay? So you definitely want to come over there. It's going to be different, okay? A lot of people want to express themselves. A lot of people want to go back and forth. A lot of people want to get on the phone lines. So I'm getting the phone line set up. We're going to have call in. And we're going to rule this internet along with all the other great content creators that I'll be watching. I don't mind, I'll be watching Star with the Star Report. Shout out to Star. MREC. I'll be watching MREC. Shout out to MREC. And from time to time, I'll shout out different people that I'll be watching, okay? I'll be watching different brothers and sisters that I find very interesting. We're going to get into that. I hope y'all are doing well. It's going to be a long night, okay? It's the weekend, Saturday night. We're going to be going all night, probably going to be going all night. It's going to be all the way up. All the way up. So probably later, remind me to ask for some requests if there's any particular subject you want to cover. I might cover it, right? Yeah, he went back on Vlad TV. Show did Dre. He went back on Vlad TV. I'm gonna talk about that. Of course, you know nobody likes nobody likes what I got to say. Okay, but yeah, I'm representing Chicago, Illinois. You're gonna be the first to know, Quaylen. You're gonna be a moderator. You and Alexis will be mods over there. So I might I might remove you and Alexis from mods over here, and I might move you over there and get some new people over here because there's gonna be a lot of work over there, and I need my top people over there. So I'm probably gonna move you and Alexis to Pharaoh Said That Live. It ain't gonna be fair to have y'all on both channels. Too much work. So I'm gonna move y'all to Pharaoh Said That Live. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. All right. It's gonna be crazy. You're gonna be here around tomorrow at 3. DM me on my Instagram at Pharaoh Said That. Let me see if I'm gonna be around. My schedule's crazy. You know what? Uh, you love what I got to say. That's beautiful with your extra pretty self. I clicked on your picture to see you, girl. You better stop playing. Listen. Uh, uh what I be saying, okay, let's start there. What I try to do is not get caught up into the favoritism or not get caught up into what I'm supposed to say. So, with social media and the internet, there's some people that want to be liked, right? Yeah, I got to figure out how to TikTok live. I'm going to figure that out because I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm going to start TikToking live over here some kind of way. I got to figure out how to do it. I got a whole new TikTok, so I might not because TikTok already deleted my other TikTok. TikTok already deleted me, so I might not. I think my new TikTok is going to be uh, uh, tailored in a certain way to benefit what I can get out of TikTok. Okay, TikTok deleted me, so I got to pimp them now. Okay, they don't want the real. All right, so we're gonna play it their way. They just gonna be to get a bag, but I'm not gonna change my way I function. I'm just not gonna say. I'm gonna say all the stuff I like to say that's within their parameters, so they can cut me a check. And I'm not gonna a deep dive over there. And they got to catch up with the big dog, with the lion. They got to catch up with the big lion, right? So yeah, I'm gonna be on TikTok. I'm not gonna live stream over there because unless I want to get kicked off, I can't, I can't live stream over there. Now I can live stream on Kick. Kick is cool. Twitch is tolerable, but Kick, shout out to Kick. I mess with Kick. Kick, give us some room. But everybody else will ban me. They'll ban me. Because how would my youngest daughter say? What would she say about me? She would say, uh, I'm doing too much. So I'll be doing too much and I'll be breaking the rules. And so I'm not going to break the rules over there on TikTok. I'm going to get a new TikTok and I'm going to tick and I'm going to talk on their ass. You know what I mean? So if they want to play like that. Right? So I'm going to tick and I'm going to talk over there. Feel me? So let's get 100 people over here and we're going to make it do, okay, we got 94 people. We get 6 more people. We're going to talk about the Lord Jamar and Vlad TV, which I love TikTok, but everybody's got their rules as businesses. So these is businesses like YouTube. YouTube is a business. YouTube demonetized me. But I got love for YouTube because YouTube had to demonetize me because YouTube is doing business. And these businesses pay YouTube. And if I say something that the businesses don't like, then YouTube got to protect their bag and they got to demonetize me. So YouTube got love for me because they never kick me off. But the sponsors don't like what I be saying. I'm not good for sponsors. The sponsors, I'm not good for sponsors. So that's why YouTube got to get like YouTube Extreme and then get extreme sponsors that don't care and then slap people like me over on YouTube Extreme and get a whole nother bag. So if there's any corporate people out there that know YouTube, tell them to call me. I got a bag on the table for them. They need YouTube Extreme. With YouTube Extreme, when you log in, you say, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. Sign up for YouTube and say, now you agree, you don't care what they say. No. Bam. Then put all us over there. Okay? Put everybody over there. Because I feel like whites that want to talk about whiteness and what they want to do as whites, I believe they got that right to say that. As long as they don't just straight up say they hate nobody or nothing like that, if they push it of whiteness and they race and what, I feel like let them do that and let us do what we're doing, right? I don't care if they steal it. They could steal it. They could steal it. They could steal it. As long as I can go over there and sign up. You know what I mean? They could steal it. They could steal it. Whatever. As long as they could sign up. I'm a boss. If they steal it, I know how to go to YouTube and be like, that was my idea. Throw me a little something, and we cool. But if not, I'll go over there and still get what I'm going to get. You know what I'm saying? Always remember, y'all, can't nobody stop you. Okay? Nobody can stop you but you. Okay? All right? Nobody can stop you. The only thing can stop you is if your heart stop beating. That's why health is wealth. Wealth is not health. You can't get a bag if you're in a body bag. All right? So we got 100 people. Let's get it going. Rep your city, and here we go. Now, Lord Jamar went back on Vlad TV. Now, how do I feel about Lord Jamar going back on Vlad TV? I feel it's cool. I feel it's straight. I don't feel that Lord Jamar sold out by going back on Vlad TV. To me, he has not sold out. Now, I got a couple reasons why. First off, why did Lord Jamar leave Vlad TV? Why did he leave? Because we can't talk about whether he should go back or not unless we deal with why he left. Why did he leave? Put it in the chat. Why did Lord Jamar leave Vlad TV? What's going on, Shimo? Solomon. Much respect. Why did he leave? No, he didn't leave because Vlad dissed Farrakhan. Great point, Andre. This is what a lot of people think. He did not leave because Vlad dissed Farrakhan. He did not leave because he disrespected Farrakhan. That's not why he left. See what I'm saying, Black Polo? You see what I'm saying, Black Polo? That's why a lot of people mad at him. Because they say, well, he disrespected Farrakhan and you went back. But that's not why he left. See how I'm the realest alive? That's not why he left. Think about it. Just think deep. Why did Lord Jamar and Godfrey leave? They left because Vlad wouldn't apologize to Farrakhan. They left because he would not apologize. They asked him to apologize, and he said no. And then they left. These are the facts. Right? So later, he recently apologized. So Lord Jamar went back. That's, to me, is fair game. Now, that's fair game. Lord Jamar is all good for that move. It's done with. He apologized. Lord Jamar went back. Cool. Lord Jamar didn't do nothing wrong. Vlad is cool. Straight. He apologized. Vlad apologized. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about nobody rocking with him. I'm just simply talking about one thing, Black Polo. I'm just getting the facts straight on Lord Jamar going back and why he went back. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything other than explaining the details that people are leaving out. He left because Vlad refused to apologize. So once Vlad apologized, then that ends the reason they left, because that is the reason they left. They did not leave based on what he said. They left because he would not apologize. All I do is the facts. I don't do emotions. This is just the facts. So when people are trying to pretend that Lord Jamar just went back for no reason, that's false. Lord Jamar went back because the problem they had, the reason he left, was rectified. What do you want me to say? You want me to lie? You want me to put my emotions into it? I don't do emotions. I just do what's really popping. He wouldn't apologize. They left. He apologized. Lord Jamar went back. The only reason Godfrey not back got nothing to do with Vlad. Godfrey ain't go back because him and Lord Jamar is beefing over the flat earth conversation that happened. You know, Big Pharaoh see it all. So that's the only reason Godfrey didn't go back. So for Godfrey to get up there and pretend he's not going back because of Vlad, Godfrey is being disingenuous. You're not going back because you're beefing with Lord Jamar. What are we doing? That's why I'm number one on the internet. I'm number one. Now, I'm not saying you're emotional. I'm just saying, see, Black Polo, I just be kicking what's happening and I try to leave my emotions out of it. Now, emotions with Vlad. I like Vlad. Vlad, I've been accepted Vlad. Oh, probably maybe 6 to 8 months, 9 months, maybe. I've been accepted Vlad. To me, Vlad is not right. Vlad is not. Listen, we're not beefing over here with our own people, bro. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Don't come over here with that. Now, to me, Vlad is not a culture vulture. And I did a live on this. I don't know if it's up, but I'll repeat it now and I'll break that down. Vlad is not a culture vulture. Not at all. He is not a culture vulture. Not at all. I thought that Vlad was a culture vulture. I thought so. I didn't like Vlad. I thought that Vlad was a culture vulture. And then I watched the interview he did where he told about his life. And Vlad been into hip hop since he was a little boy. These is facts. When I found that out, I was like, oh, I got Vlad all messed up. Listen, Vlad has been into hip hop when he was too young to know what a culture vulture was. Vlad was into hip hop when hip hop was nothing. These are facts. Vlad been into hip hop before hip hop even blew up. These are absolute facts. Vlad was into hip hop when it wasn't popular. Okay? So some of y'all listen. These is facts. These is absolute facts. One thing is, I ain't gonna never lie to y'all. I'm telling you the facts. Okay? I'm telling you the facts. Am I one of the people that would go on Vlad's show? Yeah, I would go on Vlad. Yeah, I would go on Vlad because Vlad is not a culture vulture. Dusky? This is just a fact. He's not. Okay? I don't know why y'all keep talking about beef and all that. Just listen to the conversation. I'm not interested in what y'all going between each other. I'm only listening into what I'm talking about, okay? Now I'm gonna have to put all y'all on timeout if y'all going back and forth because y'all disturbing everybody else. You disrespect. Other people are watching besides you three. So please let it go. This is not kindergarten. Nothing like that. Okay? Let it go. Let's move on. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Vlad been in the hip hop, right? Vlad been into hip hop before hip hop was popping. These is facts. He bought all the records, he bought all the tapes, he recorded all the hip hop shows as a youngster. Listen, as a youngster, go search and watch his interview. It's very impressive. He was in a hip hop when it made him look bad. He was in a hip hop when it wasn't cool. And one thing I ain't gonna do, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna keep it right down the middle. So just because a lot of black people don't like Vlad, don't expect me to lie. I'm gonna tell the truth the way I see it. This was my revelation that made me stop disliking Vlad. I did not like Vlad until I seen him tell his life story. And when he told his life story, I was like, wow, I did not know that. You would think You would think, right, that Vlad jumped into this as a grown man to exploit the culture. No. No, Vlad was doing hip hop and stuff in grade school and high school. He was buying, you know what I'm saying? In grade school and in high school. Look it up. As a little boy. Go watch his interview. The interview is, I'll tell you something else. His interview is fire too. I forgot who interviewed him. Vlad's interview, if you like history and hip-hop history, Vlad's interview is one of the best interviews you can watch. It's fire. I ain't gonna lie, it's fire. It's eye-opening. He knows all the hip-hop for real. Like Vlad know hip-hop, like the back is like Vlad know, he know all the hip-hop. I don't think it was the Breakfast Club because nobody was interrupting him. I don't think nobody was interrupting him. I don't forgot where I seen it. But he tells the whole story. It's very, and I was like, oh, I didn't know all that. I didn't know that. I thought Vlad came into hip hop when he first started Vlad TV. Because when Vlad first started Vlad TV, we used to send out music, used to pay like $100, and he would play your video. Y'all probably don't remember that Vlad TV. He used to send him $100, he would play your video. He played some of my videos of my artists, right? And then right after he started Vlad TV, then This Is 50. Then 50 came out with This Is 50, right behind Vlad TV, because the big people was Media Takeout and World Star. Media Takeout and World Star was the big, everybody was watching Media Takeout and World Star. I know the history of this whole internet stuff too. Then when Vlad TV came out, he wasn't doing interviews and stuff. He was playing videos of rappers. And then 50 had This Is 50. Right? But everybody was paying attention to Media Takeout and World Star, especially Media Takeout. Media Takeout was #1. Who remember when Media Takeout was #1? Because they had all the gossip. So then after a while, Vlad switched to interviews because Vlad used to be just music videos. You know what I'm saying? Vlad used to just do music videos. He wasn't doing interviews when he first started. So I thought that's when he got into the game. I didn't know he was into the game in 7th and 8th grade. So when I found like, oh, so dude been dealing with hip hop since 7th, 8th grade. Wow. So at that point, I got to respect you. I got to respect you. Because music has people that make the music that's black and white and stuff, but music ain't got no color, not for real. When I was coming up, I went to see Pink Floyd. I went to see Grand Funk. I went to see black groups and white groups. I was the only one. A lot of these records is rock and roll. A lot of these records I went to see, I seen Black Sabbath, I seen Led Zeppelin, I seen Pink Floyd, I seen The Who, and I seen the Isley Brothers, I seen the Commodores, I seen Earth, Wind and Fire, I seen Michael Jackson. I seen both sides because I was into music. And music is just music, and anybody can like music. So just because I like the rock and roll, what that mean? I can't like rock and roll because I'm black? I can't like the music. I can't deal with the music unless I'm black. He can't deal with the music unless he, I can't listen to rock and roll because he's black, because I'm black. He can't deal with hip hop because he's white. Really? Because when I make a record, I don't care who buy the record. When I put a single out as a rapper and I put rappers' music out, I want everybody to buy it. I ain't ever put no record out and say only black people buy this CD. Let's just keep this a Billy Willie. I got a record label. I have never put no music out and said, I don't want nobody but black people to listen to this music. I want everybody in the whole universe. I wish that other planets listen to it. If we're going to keep it really real, if we're going to keep it real, now we're going to keep it fake, we keep it fake. But I ain't never seen where race got nothing to do with nothing when it comes to music. I ain't never seen that. Let's keep it real. I mean, let's keep it a billion. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. It ain't Chew the Squirrel. It ain't Chew the Squirrel Records. It's Rule the World Records over here, baby. You know what it is. Holla at your boy. Oh, it's real. There go the label, and it's not a fable. Okay? All right? I've seen all of them. You name them, I seen them. You name them, I seen them. Ozzy Brothers, name them. I was there. I seen Funkadelic when they was Funkadelic before they was Parliament. I seen the Funkadelics and I seen Parliament. I seen the Funkadelics with Bloodstone and War. I seen War. The world is again with the Funkadelics. They wasn't the Parliaments yet. Anyway, that's not my point. My point is this. Vlad been into the culture as a kid before there was any culture to vulture. There was no culture to vulture when Vlad was dealing with hip-hop. That is a fact. And you ain't got nobody want no smoke with me on that. I don't care who you get. They'll get destroyed. I don't care who you get. Get any of your pro-black people. You understand? I'm telling you the facts. Listen, I'm admitting that I had Vlad wrong. Think about that. I had Vlad wrong. Me. I thought Vlad was a culture vulture. I did not like Vlad until I seen that interview and seen that he'd been in the music his whole life from a baby. Vlad was taking cassette tapes and making stuff with cassette tapes, making mixes as a kid, as a high schooler. He was splicing up cassette tapes with rap. And he was listening to raps when his parents and all the white kids was looking at him like he was crazy. Like he was dealing with rap when it wasn't cool and when other white people didn't like what he was doing. They was thinking, what is this noise? That's how long he been in the game. I got the utmost respect for Vlad when it comes to hip-hop. Vlad is a real hip-hop pioneer. Vlad is a hip-hop pioneer. That is a fact. The man was in it before he was a man. As a little boy, he just liked it. How can I hate on him? Because he just liked rap. What am I supposed to say? You ain't supposed to like rap. You white. That don't make no sense. So most people don't like rap, don't know his history. Like me. I didn't know his history, so I didn't like him. I thought he was a full-grown rap man. A guy got into rap as a full-grown white man. I thought he got into rap to try to make some money, try to exploit. But when I heard his story, then I thought back. I was like, yeah, Vlad wasn't making no money. Vlad wasn't making money. Vlad was losing money. Vlad got into the internet because he went to technical school and learned how to do all that computer programming stuff. He didn't get into the internet. He didn't get into the internet because of uh of the internet. He got to the internet because he had the technical skills to get on the internet. Eminem ain't no culture vulture. Eminem is a rapper. You can't just rap like that. You gotta want to rap. You can't just beat Eminem and rap like that. Eminem was battling people in Chicago. Eminem was battling Rhyme Fest and hold on. And my boy that he beat that should have won. Eminem was battling Rhyme Fest. I keep forgetting bro name. And bro, I'm sorry, I always forget your name. And we was always up at the studio. Rhyme Fest and the dude he beat in the finals. Hold on. Juice. Sorry, Juice. Sorry, Juice. I'm sorry, Juice. Juice, like, come on, Pharaoh. Juice, I can't never remember Juice's name. And I know Juice. I mean, I don't know him, but I used to see Juice down at WHBK all the time. How Juice, I'm sorry. But yeah, Eminem mama was driving him. He was in the battles as a baby. He's another one. Eminem rap because he loved rap. He loved rap. He wasn't making no money going to them rap battles. He was going to them rap battles, which, by the way, Juice beat you, M. Juice won, okay? Juice won. But that's another story. And Rhyme Fest could have won, but Rhyme Fest took his foot off the gas for Juice, but Juice didn't take his foot off the gas for Rhyme Fest. And Juice snaked him. Juice snake Rhyme Fest. Rhyme Fest told that story recently. But no, Eminem was really in it. He was really into it. He was a rapper. He's a rapper. You got to be into the culture, man. People that's into the culture, they just into it. They into it. They love it. Rap ain't nothing you could just rap. It's something you got to love it. If you don't love rap, you're going to do a little bit and you're going to quit. You might get into it and be fake, but you ain't going to stay in it if you fake. For you to stay in it like Rhyme Fest, for you to stay in it like Juice, for you to stay in it like Eminem, for you to stay in it like Vlad, for you to stay there, you gotta love it. Vlad can't interview rappers unless he know rappers, unless he watch rappers. He gotta watch rappers to interview rappers. He gotta know rappers to interview rappers. Vlad's story is very interesting. And one thing I don't let my race, I don't let my beliefs or nothing get in the way of the facts. The facts trump everything. I never put my belief system over the facts. My belief system got to take a back door to the facts. That's what makes me unique. Some people, they got a certain thing, right? And they feel like they got to say what fits their belief system. So they don't tell the truth. They let their belief system manipulate them when they see situations that don't fit their belief system. So if I'm super pro black, I'm supposed to alter my feelings about Vlad to keep my super black personality alive. That's basically what people do. Right? Hold on a minute. It said turn on subscribers only mode. I didn't turn on no subscribers only mode. What are you talking about? Hold on. I'm not seeing the chat in my phone. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I'm not seeing the chat. Hold on. There we go. Okay, there we go. So I had to get that part straight. Like Vlad's not a culture vulture. I didn't like Vlad because I thought he was a culture vulture because I didn't know his history in the game. So I didn't like him. I thought he was exploiting the game. And I was blaming him for brothers self-snitching. We're gonna get to that too. Brothers was on there snitching on themselves. And then we was blaming Vlad because somebody got up there snitching on themselves. I'm backtracking that too. That's bogus. If ARAB got on there and snitched on himself, what that got to do with Vlad? Shut your ass up and don't get up there snitching on yourself. You snitching on yourself, then you want to say Vlad is a snitch when he playing you snitching, self-snitching, you self-snitching, right? And then they want to say because Vlad showed you self-snitching that Vlad is a snitch when you on there self-snitching. And Vlad getting a bag. Vlad is a content creator and you giving him content, you snitching. Run that. Because if you come and interview on me and you snitch on yourself, I'm running it. I'm sure everybody you snitching on yourself. Don't say I'm showing the police. You showing the police. You told the police. This is live. You told the police what you do. I'm running it. I'm running that content. I'm not finna save you. Oh, let me save this goofy. Oh, Arab is a goofy. Let me save this goofy. Oh, Rollo is a goofy. Let me save this goofy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Rollo is a goofy. Let me save the goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you were goofy. You were goofy, and now you want me to save the goofy. You want Vlad to save a goofy to get on there running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And you want to say Vlad the police because you running your mouth. How he the police? If Vlad the police and you on there telling the police everything, then you the snitch. If you want to say he the police, why is you telling the police? Bruh, come on now. How you the police because you on there telling everything, running your mouth? And he running. Look at this. Look at what this fool said. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you something. Let's say we in the streets and we doing something illegal. And I'm doing something illegal with you. And you go on Vlad TV and tell Vlad you're doing something illegal, right? Ain't you snitching on me? Didn't you just get on Vlad and expose our whole crew? Look, if me and you doing something illegal like ARF, and you get on Vlad and you tell on yourself, didn't ARF tell on all the guys that work with him? Did he not get on there and snitch on the guys? And went to prison. Rollo snitched on the guys and himself and went to prison. Did Vlad snitch on Rollo and his crew? No. Did Vlad snitch on Arab and his crew? No. They snitched on their crew and their operation. He don't owe them nothing. He's a civilian. He's a civilian. The no snitch stuff is for the streets. It's not for civilians. DJ Academics could tell. Vlad could tell. Everybody could. They not under those rules. I don't know why people taking the street rules and trying to apply them to civilians. Those rules is for the streets only. Those rules are not for civilians. Duh. So Lord Jamar is like, Vlad apologized to Minister Farrakhan. I seen it. He did it. And Lord Jamar say, cool. Let's make it happen. Because it was all over the fact Vlad didn't want to apologize. Now, let's get into that. When you asking Vlad, who is under an Israeli religion, to apologize to Minister Farrakhan, you got to understand what you asking Vlad to do. You asking Vlad to commit business suicide. You asking him to go against the Jewish community to apologize to Farrakhan when the Jewish community had been beefing with Farrakhan. The JDL and them been beefing with Farrakhan from the time I went to see him at Savior's Day. So if you a real G, you know that they put Vlad in a bad situation. Facts. That's why I say people not keeping it a billion no more. Why would I expect Vlad to apologize to Minister Farrakhan when I know that's going to cost Vlad on the other side? If you're a real G, if you're a real gangster or you're a real businessman, you know, Vlad, you between a rock and a hard place. Why I'm going to make you either jump off the cliff or jump off the mountain? Let's keep it real. Anybody want to keep it really real? What you want Vlad to do? If I'm Vlad and I got to pick between Farrakhan, who don't run no social media, no internet, and the Jewish people that run all this, I'm going to go with the Jewish people. I'll take my licks from them. They can't cut my channel off. They can't hurt my money. Man, listen. Are we going to be real or we going to be fake? So the whole pressure on Vlad was not good. They shouldn't have pressured that man like that. They was bogus. They was bogus. Godfrey and Lord Jamar was bogus for pressing them like that. They supposed to know, since they got so much knowledge, they was supposed to know that man can't say what y'all want him to say. And what's phony about it is Godfrey and Lord Jamar is on the internet and they not saying whatever they want to say. Listen, if you on this social media, you are not saying what's going to get you banned. That go for Lord Jamar and Godfrey. So don't pretend like Vlad's supposed to get banned when everybody on social media is monitoring themselves. Everybody. Everybody on this social media is saying unalived and all that. So you want him to keep it real, but then you going to go and you gonna say what's gonna keep you on the internet, but you want Vlad to say something that's gonna get him kicked off the internet. Let's be real. Even apologizing to Farrakhan could hurt Vlad still today. Nobody want to talk about that. That apology could hurt his pockets. Listen, that apology Vlad did make could hurt him. It could hurt his pockets. That's why Nick Cannon had to go on an apology tour. Because the Nation of Islam don't run nothing but their mouth. They ain't got no power for black people economically. They begging for money at their events. When they have Savior's Day, they talking about who got $100, who got $400. So why would I ride with them when they got no economical power? They can't do nothing for black people economically. And then you're going to be mad because I run with the economics, but you as a black organization, you ain't provide no economics. You ain't provide no bag. You ain't provide no way to make a living. So why would I ride with you? You barely keeping your thing open. You begging us for money. Listen, the Nation of Islam begging civilians for money that ain't even Muslims. They'll take money from anybody. So am I going to ride with the Nation of Islam or YouTube? I'm going to ride with YouTube. Yeah. I'm going to ride with who going to pay the bills. Don't tell me I'm selling out when you ain't bought in. You ain't bought in. So don't tell me I'm selling out. Buy your ass in so I can come over there where you at. But don't not provide nothing to me and tell me I'm supposed to ride with you over the white man where I'm getting money with. And you want to call me a sellout when you ain't got nothing to buy. Yeah, I said it. Because at the end of the day, all that sellout stuff is fake. Because this light bill got to get paid. This car note got to get paid. These bills got to get paid. They got to get paid. And the pro-black people ain't paying nothing. So all that pro-black stuff ain't paying nothing. Ain't doing nothing for nobody. They can't open no stores. You Muslims, but you ain't got no gas station. The only Muslims got gas station is Arabs. When Elijah Muhammad was against Arabic Islam, but now y'all running around with Arabic Islamists, constantly talking about you representing Elijah Muhammad. You ain't even standing on Elijah Muhammad's stuff. Farrakhan ain't standing on Elijah. He done sold Elijah out. That's my man, but he bogus. That's my man, but he bogus. I love Minister Farrakhan, but hey, I love my kids too, but they don't always do right. What loving you got to do with what you're doing being right? Those two different things. I got respect for Minister Farrakhan the utmost, but he dropped the ball, period. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would be highly disappointed in the direction of the Nation of Islam. Duh. So it's easier for pro-black people to come down on Vlad. They ain't gonna say nothing about the discretions of the Nation of Islam and Farrakhan. I'm the only one to say that. Oh, they mouth closed when they pro-black people don't do what they supposed to do. Your mouth closed. But you'll jump on a white dude quick but you won't jump on the black people that really ain't moving us forward. You're quiet with that. That's why a lot of white Americans don't respect you, because you're one-sided. You understand? I'm not finna change my conversation, Solomon. Sorry, not sorry. Just ask me, Solomon. Say, Pharaoh, change your conversation. Instead of just ask me. Just come straight out and say, change your conversation, because that's what you're asking me, which is disrespectful. You see I'm talking, right? And you see what I'm talking about. Why'd you ask me about something ain't got it? What is you doing, bro? You're not that important while I'm changing my conversation for you. Stop. Go outside. Smoke a Marlboro. And come back. Go outside. Chew some bubble gum. Eat some popcorn. And then come back in 30 minutes. Since you don't want to hear this conversation, leave me alone. You don't want to hear the conversation, log off. Don't ask me to change my conversation. I mean, I'm not here to judge Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar, I'll talk about Lord Jamar when I talk about Lord Jamar, but I'm not really talking about Lord Jamar. I'm talking about the conversation. When I'm talking about Lord Jamar, I'll get into the conversation of Lord Jamar. We got to know how to compartmentalize our conversations. If our conversations is this, then we're going to deal with this. If our conversation is that, then we're going to deal with that. This conversation is not about Lord Jamar personally. This conversation is about Lord Jamar going back on Vlad TV. That's it, Marv. Your hang up with Lord Jamar, what a G would tell you is go tell Lord Jamar. What you telling me for? Go to Lord Jamar, tell him you don't like him, like a G. You don't like him. Go tell him. Go tell him. What you telling me for? Listen, go tell him, like a G. Go tell him that. Matter of fact, go meet him somewhere and tell him in his face. Keep it gangster. What you telling me for? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Go tell them and video it. I want to see. I want to see you tell them. And I don't know what that got to do with the price of tea in China. I'm talking about something totally different. I am saying that the reason Lord Jamar left was because Vlad did not apologize. And once Vlad apologized, then there's no reason for Lord Jamar not to go back, because he only left because of the apology. That's all I'm saying. That if you look at the real reason he left, because him and Godfrey wanted Vlad to apologize and he wouldn't. When Vlad apologized, if I was Lord Jamar, I would have called him and said, cool, and I would have went back. Let's just keep this where it's at. But they trying to make it like Lord Jamar is a sellout. No, he stood on business. He never went back until Vlad apologized. So Lord Jamar stood on business, period. If Lord Jamar do something I don't like over here, I don't put that on his whole slate. If he turn around and do something I like over here, I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. I'm going to get on this case where he messing up at. So if he get butt naked on ours, I'm going to say he foul with some dreadlocks. And then if he go back and do something righteous, I'm going to say that was righteous, this was whack, boom. I'm not going to hate the brother like that. I don't hate Lord Jamar. That's my brother. But he a little boy, this big Pharaoh. He younger than me. I call fouls. I'm the umpire of this game. I'm the referee. I call balls and strikes like that. I call balls and strikes. I gotta call balls and strikes because there's not that many people like me. There's not that many people on my level of knowledge. There's not that many people connected with the knowledge and the streets. There's not that many people like me. But when I say what I'm gonna say, you ain't gonna do nothing. Nobody gonna do nothing. Okay. A lot of brothers, somebody might do something. They might be conscious brothers, but they might not be able to hold it down outside. So somebody might do something. With me, nobody gonna do nothing. Nobody gonna do nothing. Nobody gonna do nothing. With a capital no. So I'm in a position to say things that a lot of brothers ain't in this position to say things. Because I'm in Chicago, if my name starts swirling around and you start having a problem with me in this city and the name starts swirling around, you're going to get problems. You're going to have problems. You understand? And you're going to have problems. So all I'm dealing with is the facts I'm dealing with. I don't know what you do, but go do it. And I don't know what you do. And I'm not interested, Marv, in getting caught up back and forth with you. See, what you got to understand, Marv, is I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to a big audience. And I don't feel like you that important for me to stop doing what I'm doing to talk to you. That's why. You're just another person in the chat. Stay in your place. Go outside, eat some donuts, drink some soy milk, and come back in 30 minutes. Because what you understand, Marv, is you don't run nothing over here. This is Pharaoh said that. This ain't Marv said nothing. This not called Marv said. This not called Marv said something. You understand, Marvin? It's not called Marvin. This called Pharaoh. So no, I'm not paying you no attention. I'm talking to my audience. It's crazy you want me to pay attention, but I ain't seen nothing in the PayPal. I ain't seen you send a quarter. I ain't seen you show no support. Okay? A lot of you brothers foul. You want attention, but you don't see the Cash App. You don't see the Venmo. You don't see the PayPal. You don't got no support, but you want verbal consultation and support. What's up with that? Talking to me like you a contributor when you not. Because last I heard, you get what you pay for. How much you paid, Marv? Well, that's what you get. You paid nothing and you get nothing. Nothing for nothing, leave nothing. You got to have something if you want to talk to me. Bro, shut up. How's that? Because you starving, Marvin. You starving, Marvin. Shut up talking to me. And let me talk to these people to get these people straight so they won't be on the wrong page like I was. I'm honest. I was on the wrong page. I misjudged Vlad. I thought Vlad came into the game as a grown man, and I should have known better because I've been following Vlad. And when Vlad came into this, he wasn't making nothing. He wasn't, when Vlad first got on the internet, he was not culture vulture. He was helping us promote our music. Because it was costing like 2,700. It was costing 700, 1,500 or 2,700 to post your music on WorldStar. And Vlad was letting us post our music for $100. For $100, you could post your music on Vlad. So he was doing us a favor. That's before he was doing interviews. Anybody know the old Vlad? Well, you ain't in the music business. Like I said, this ain't Chew the Squirrel. This Rule the World. Bob, holla at your boy. So this Rule the World Records over here. So I had to promote artists. And Vlad was showing mad love to record labels and recording artists because you could put your video up for $100. Send them $100, your video will be up the next day or 2 days on Vlad. Vlad, if you're watching this, much love for that. I ain't forgot. I ain't forgot. And he posted my artist too. He posted my artist. Vlad posted my artist. I think I had 2 videos get posted on Vlad TV. For real. I had even forgot Vlad's history, getting caught up in the Farrakhan thing. And when I seen Vlad's interview, I started thinking, oh, that's right. Vlad wasn't even doing interviews. Vlad wasn't even doing interviews when Vlad got in the game. And I started thinking, I'm like, this man ain't no culture vulture. This man is a part of the culture. This man loved hip hop before he was a man, when he was a boy. When Vlad was a boy, he loved rap. He bought every rap song. He listened to every rap radio station. That sound like a culture vulture? That man listened as a kid. That man listened to rap every night it came on and recorded it and made little cassette tapes as a child. That's not a culture vulture. That's not a culture vulture. Not at all. He's more respectable than some grown black man that never did nothing in hip hop and jumped into it when you seen the money. It's a lot of black dudes is the culture vultures that never really cared until they seen the bag. He started putting out mixtapes earlier, but before then, as a child, Jupiter, the man was listening to all the rap on his radio in his room at his mommy and daddy's house. At his mommy and daddy's house in grade school. Vlad was listening to rap anytime it came on. He was obsessed with rap. And he put his whole life into rap. Vlad went to New York to chase rap and was homeless. Hold on. Vlad wanted to get in rap so bad, he moved to New York and was homeless. Living in like them cheap hotels to chase his dream to get in rap. Go watch his story and you're going to feel bad. If you've been talking against Vlad and you go watch his life story, you're going to feel bad. The man took a bus to New York. That's how much he liked rap. It's crazy, but that's what he did. He liked rap so much, he just got on a bus and just went to New York. Didn't know nobody. He knew one dude he tried to find. Took him forever to find, bro. And he was just in New York. Look it up. Hey, Fahim, I seen the interview. And so I'm just being honest about myself. I was wrong. I was wrong about Vlad. And when I seen the interview, I didn't know what to say. I said, man, I got this man wrong. This man jumped on a bus, y'all, at like 18, 19 and went to New York. Didn't know nobody because he liked rap and it was more rap in New York than it was in California. I swear to God, y'all, you know I ain't gonna lie. That man, Vlad, got on a bus and went to New York and didn't know nobody because it wasn't enough rap in where he lived at, and he wanted to go where all the rap was. Come on, man. He deserved every penny he got. Y'all know how much that man struggled to get where he's at? Vlad was poor a long time, chasing his dream as rap. And being white like that, y'all know what he probably went through. Why are you listening to that black stuff? Y'all know how bad it was for him loving these black rappers. Come on, man, be real. Be real. Think about what he went through, loving all this black music all the time in a white society. Who think that was fun? Who think he wasn't getting ridiculed and talked about crazy amongst white people before they caught on to it? He was into it before anybody caught on to it. That man is hip hop. Like Vlad is a hip hop legend. On my soul, Vlad is a hip hop legend. When they tell hip hop, they got to tell his story. The man is a legend, is a hip hop legend. Vlad, yes, is a hip hop legend. His story is crazy. The interview was long. I watched the whole, I couldn't turn it off. I was like, what? You see how we be making judgments, but we don't be knowing the story. You got to go find out the story first. When I found out the story, I was like, man, I didn't misjudge this man. Man, this man ain't no culture vulture. This man really love hip hop. This man is not into it for the money. This man was into it before it was a dime. This man was losing money. This man was investing his own money and making nothing for years. For years, he was throwing money into hip hop and wasn't making nothing. For years, he was going broke for hip hop. For years, he was the white dude around a bunch of black dudes. For years. For years, he been that white dude around a whole bunch of black dudes. For years. For years. Vlad TV was the white dude. All down there with BMF and all. He was there for all that. He's seen all of that. Lord Jamar know that's why he went back. He know Vlad is. Trust me, Lord Jamar watched that interview. And all other people really into hip-hop, they watched that Vlad TV interview. And if you watch that interview, you're going to change your perspective about Vlad. Vlad is not no culture vulture. Vlad is hip-hop to the bone. And Vlad is hip-hop for real, like hip-hop, like he is hip-hop to the bone. To the bone. I'm going to keep it real. I got a lot of respect for Vlad. A lot of respect. Vlad got a lot of love for rap and rappers. A lot of love. He got a lot of love for raps and rappers. And on top of that, guess how much money they making going on there doing interviews? He putting money in black rappers' pockets. How much money he putting in little Boosie pocket? How much money you think he putting in them rappers' pockets when they go on that show? People is feeding their children. Rappers are feeding their children doing interviews on Vlad TV. Me too, MD. I stopped watching Vlad because I thought he was a culture vulture. MD, I swear to God, I didn't watch him. I thought he was a culture vulture. I swear to God. I only found this out like last year. I swear to God, MD, I hated Vlad. I was like, Vlad, man, I did not like Vlad. And he did an interview. And I don't know what happened, but I clicked on it because I watched everything. And I clicked on that interview. Who know what interview that was? Where Vlad told his whole story. And when I watched that interview, sometimes you gotta eat it. Sometimes you gotta admit, oh man, I'm bogus as hell. That was Willie D. It sure was. It sure was. Hold on. It sure was. Y'all need to go watch that. Man, that's one of the best. If you love hip hop, now it ain't this one where he apologized. It's the old one. It's not this one. It's the old one. Because this not the one from last month. I don't see it. Not the interview from last month. I don't see the old interview. Not the one from 2 weeks ago or last month. Not that one. I'm gonna see if I can find it for y'all. One of the best interviews you can see when it comes to hip hop. No no bar hole. It's just if you've been hating on Vlad, you're gonna be like, damn, I got dude all messed up. I can't find it. I can't find it. All it keeps showing is the one. Maybe I'm doing the wrong search. Let me see what time I'm searching under. I don't see it. Come on, man. I don't see it. I'll find it though. I don't know where it's at because it's not this one he got on this shirt. This is the new one. Hey man, I can't see it. I think it was Willie D though. It might not be Willie D. Willie D might be the new one. It might not be Willie D. I don't think it's Willie D. Willie D, that's the new one. That's not it. No, it's not Willie D. It's somewhere else. Hold on. I can't find it. It might have been Drink Champs. It might have been Drink Champs. It might have been Drink Champs. I think it was Drink Champs a year ago. I think it was Drink Champs. I really believe it was Drink Champs. Hold on. Because they the only ones going to detail. I think it was Drink Champs. Because he talked a long time and Drink Champs the only one let you talk that long. I think it was Drink Champs. I think it was Drink Champs. Somebody said that earlier. I think it was Drink Champs. Go watch that interview, man. It's fire. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Was last year. Yep. Drink Champs. He tell it all. It's a great. It's a 3 hour and some. I watched the whole. It's almost 4 hours. I watched the whole thing. It was real interesting. It was really. I mean, it was really interesting. I ain't gonna lie. It got 1.8 million views. It was a year ago. This is when I just found out. This is it right here. This is it. No kidding. I kid you not. Go watch that interview. Go watch that interview. Was it Big Boy? I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. I thought it was Drink Champs. The jacket looked familiar. And I don't think Big Boy let you talk that long. Now I don't think it was Big Boy. Because Big Boy don't let you talk that much. I don't think it was Big Boy. No, it ain't Big Boy because I don't remember this outfit. Oh, Big Boy was just a month ago. No, no, it ain't Big Boy. It was last year. I seen that a while. No, it was definitely Drink Champs. It was definitely Drink Champs. It was definitely Drink Champs. Because Nori and them, yeah, it was Nori and them. Because the way you could tell how the interview go, what show he was on, it was definitely Drink Champs. Because Drink Champs let you go. And because Nori was into hip hop, Nori knew some of this stuff already. I remember that brown leather jacket. It's definitely, I don't remember the picture. Like when you know how you watch a video, you could kind of remember what they had on. When I look at Big Boy, I don't remember seeing him talking a long time with that on. But with that brown leather jacket, I remember that outfit. So it had to be that. Oh, that's one of the best interviews. If you really like hip hop, well, I mess with Drink Champs, period. But I only want to watch I only watch the people I want to hear. But if you love hip hop history and you want to watch real important documentaries and information about hip hop history, the Drink Champs with Vlad is a classic. Because not only is he talking about him, he's talking about all the other people around that, who he was splicing, who he was listening to as a kid, what records he liked, what made him go to New York, then what happened when he got to New York, and the rap scene in New York, and how he struggled to start doing mixtapes. Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to watch it again because it's something I'm gonna want to remember. I couldn't really remember everything he said because I kept being flabbergasted every time he was talking. It was blowing my mind. And then this is the thing, and I was all wrong like that. That's the big thing. You ever been like wrong and been standing on some wrong stuff for a long time and been out campaigning against somebody, whether it's in the neighborhood or whatever, and then you find out your campaign was foul? Here I am campaigning against this dude all this time with no real information about this man, and then come to find out, man, I was all out the pocket, man. I don't know Vlad from a can of paint. I ain't know all that. I'm like, man, I'm foul. This dude really been messing with black people since he was a baby. This man suffered for messing with black people. He always loved black people music. Always. As a kid, you can't get no kid to pretend they like you. And I can relate. I can relate. Look. I'm going to prove my point. I'll prove my point. Watch this. Hopefully I ain't got to go to the next. hope I found it in this group right here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Dang, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to do all that. Wait a minute. I don't want to get out this chair. I want to find it right here. Because the way I was going, it should be records on every level. Because that's how heavy I was into it. I'm going to prove my point. Okay, this. Oh man, do I gotta stand up? I think I gotta stand up. Hold on, give me a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna prove my point right now. I'm gonna prove my point right now. Okay, I'll just take any group. I'll take this group right here. I'll just take anybody. Black Sabbath, Volume 4. Okay? Okay? This is rock and roll. This is rock and roll. I was into it heavy. I was into it heavy. I seen Black Sabbath. I seen Led Zeppelin. I seen Pink Floyd. They only did 2 cities in the whole United States. I talked my father into driving me and 3 other high schoolers all the way from Chicago to Milwaukee just to see Pink Floyd. So I can relate to Vlad. When you like music, you just like it. And I liked all kind of music. Vlad liked rap. I liked rock. I liked R&B. I liked funk. I liked jazz. But at one point, I was in the rock heavy. Because to me, it just sounded good. Because in American history, different people used to hold the throne. So it'd be like an era where soul music run things. This is how America's music used to be. Whoever had the best music dominated. So there was a point where when I was in kindergarten, the Beatles dominated. Before the Beatles, soul music dominated. Then the Beatles dominated. Then soul came back and dominated. But by the time you get to 70, 71, 72, 73, rock and roll dominated American music. Facts. Rock and roll was the biggest music in the 70s, in the early 70s. By the time you start getting to 75, 76, black music took back over. The OJs and them took over. So the OJs and the Ohio Players and them took over the rock music. And then they became the biggest. For the love of money, that era took over. Boom. Flashlight, doom, doom, doom. They took over. So it's always been different music on the top of the game. Then at one point, reggae was taking over. It's just they killed it with the dance hall. So I can relate to Vlad. Vlad liked when the rap took over. And he was heavy into the rap music. And eventually rap became number one. So by the time I got back from Hawaii, rap was taking over. It was over for reggae. Rap was running stuff. So different music runs stuff. Now Vlad coming into the game where rap is taking over. He's a kid. Let me see. Let me see how old Vlad is. Vlad only 51. Vlad only 51. Exactly. Exactly. Vlad 51. So by the time Vlad get in high school, oh, rap running everything. Rap running everything. So it makes sense. He born in 1973. By the time you get to 1983, rap run everything. Listen, it all makes sense. Vlad is born. It all makes sense. You just got to look at it. Vlad is born in 1973. When Vlad is born in 1973, by the time Vlad get like 5 years old, Parliament run everything. Parliament, they run the music. By the time he get 5 years old, right? By the time you get to 1978, Parliament run everything. Parliament, the OJs, the Commodores, the Ohio players, they run everything. Okay? Real talk. That's why I had to look through my records, because most of these records is that era, because I started DJing. So I got way more party records because I was DJing. Then I got jazz and all that. That's what took me so long to find the record. So Vlad born in 1973. By the time he 10 is 1983. Heck yeah, he hip hop. Heck yeah, he hip hop. Heck yeah. Watch this. Heck yeah, he's hip hop. He 10 years old. Look, he 10 years old, and they ain't even listening to rap songs. They ain't even listening to rap songs. When you look, it's saying everything but rappers. Look, rap ain't even doing nothing when he 10 years old. Look, when he 10 years old, rap ain't even doing nothing. Rap ain't even doing nothing. It's Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC and all that. Rap ain't even doing nothing. Okay? 1983, he 10 years old. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. 1988, he 15. He 15. Come on, man. Listen, he 15 in 1988. Heck yeah, he rap. Look, he 15. Eric B. and Rakim. Big Daddy Kane. Boogie Down Production. He 15, right? Come on, y'all. He 15. Public Enemy. NWA. Slick Rick. Come on, man. Y'all know if I'm 15, Ice-T. Come on, man. Eric B. and Rakim. EPMD. This is when Vlad is 15. It's up. MC Light. I Am the Light. Biz Marquee. He 15. The boys in the hood is always hard. Come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. Y'all, be honest. If he 15 when them songs came out, what he gonna be into? Because in 1988, listen, man, in 1988, I'm 30. I'm 30 in 1988. In 1988, I'm 30 years old. Right? I got into reggae in 1978. So 1978, I'm into reggae heavy. By 1988, what was my favorite music? When I was 30. When I was 30, in 1988, reggae was still my favorite music. By 1991, rap was my favorite music. 3 years later, rap was my favorite music. By the time I was 33, rap was my favorite music. Rap was my second favorite music when I in 1988. In 1988, I was in Cali. So I'm listening to the Kool Moe Dee, LL Cool J battle. So rap is on the radar. It just hadn't pushed reggae out the way yet. But rap was on the radar. I was around all the rappers that came to LA. But it hadn't pushed reggae out the way yet. By the time 91 came, it was up. So by the time 91 come and it's up, Vlad 18. Vlad 18. Vlad 18. Rakim, my favorite rap video when I used to watch rap was Follow the Leader. Not because of the rap lyrics, but because of the gangster cards. You know, I just been a gangster since I was a baby. I just got like a gangster. I just got a gangster persona. I don't know where I got it from. I had it since I was a kid. So when Rakim was on the side of the vehicle and they walking down the street, Follow the Leader, and they on the side of the vehicle and they got the Tommy guns. Hey, I watched Rap City waiting on that video. That's the video I'm waiting on. That's the video I'm waiting on. Follow the Leader. Follow the Leader. Follow the Leader is the video I'm waiting on. That was my favorite video in the whole world. Okay, that just show you I got issues. There's something wrong with me. It's something wrong with me. It's something wrong with me. Something wrong with me. Something I got some type of gangster issues. I got gangster something wrong with me. I'll admit it. I got gangster issues. I've been had them since I was a baby. I didn't want to be a cowboy because my mama liked cowboys and I like gangsters. I got gangster issues. I always, you know what I'm saying? I was a Rasta man, black conscious and all that. But I had got stabbed. So this is when I had healed and I was back walking. And I was back outside and I was kind of on something. I wasn't conscious no more. I was unconscious. Yeah, this was my favorite rap video. I would wait all day for this video to come on. I would wait all day for this video. This is my favorite rap video ever. I thought this was so, and I like the music. Dun, 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 dun. Then when they would get off, remember how Rakim was walking down the street? Remember how they was walking down the street? He had the Tommy gun. Oh, man. Hey, y'all remember how he was walking down the street with all the guys with the Tommy gun in his hand with the long coat on? With the long coat on? Follow Leader came out in 1988. But what happened is when we started watching videos, right? When I started watching videos in the 90s, right? The shows was new. So they was showing all them videos like they was new because they didn't have no more videos. So when you watch Rap City, The Basement with the mayor, they was showing those videos like they was new. Who remember? When you used to watch Rap City, they was showing videos that had been out, but they was showing them like they was new because they didn't have a lot of rap videos. Rap was kind of new. Rap videos was new. So they was showing those videos. Yeah, they was showing those videos like they was new though. Remember? If you didn't know, you would have thought they was new. If you didn't know. Because I tell you why. Because rap wasn't on the radio, right? So you didn't never hear the song before. For a lot of us, we never heard rap until it was on Your MTV Rap or Rap City The Basement, because in Chicago, they did not play rap on the radio. They never played Follow the Leader on no radio station, right? So there was no way to hear those songs unless you saw the video. They didn't play rap on the radio. Even when the rap show go off, you go to the car, they did not play rap. If they play a rap song, they only gonna play All I Wanna Do Is Zoom, 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 Zoom. They're gonna play like a party rap song, but they're not playing Follow the Leader. They're not playing I Wish from Nas about the kids. They didn't play none of that on the radio. None of it. Now, I don't know about LA, because LA had K-Day, and K-Day was on AM and FM, and they might have. But in Chicago, you had to see the video. If you didn't see the video, you're not hearing it. You got to see the video. They're not playing no Polo G. They're not playing none of that on no radio. They're not playing none of that. They're not playing no Big Daddy Kane on the radio. They're not playing. None of that was on the radio. You had to watch the TV. You had to watch the TV to see the rap songs. You ain't watched the TV, you ain't seen it. Unless you got the box. And the box, you could order it. But they wasn't playing no rap on the radio. That's why, listen, on some real, do you know nobody went outside until Rap City went off? I'm talking about 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, and 30-year-olds. We ain't go outside. This sounds crazy, don't it? I swear to God. I swear to God. We never left that TV. When Dr. Dre and Ed Lover coming on, or the mayor, because it started out Rap City with the mayor, then it went to Big Tigger in there. Man, let me tell you something. Tell me I'm lying. Was you ever outside when Your MTV or Rap City came on? Never. You would never went outside when that came on unless you had to go to work. I swear to God, you didn't go outside. If you had to go to work, you put the VHS in, have somebody tape it for you. You had somebody tape it. You put the VCR on with the timer. Remember the time on the VCR, and you turn on the channel, you go to work, and you come on, you pop it in. You ain't missing that for nothing. Man, listen, we not missing Rap City. Because you can see Video Soul, because Donnie came on in early, and then Donnie used to come back on at night. So we could see Donnie, but boy, Rap City was for the children when they get out of school. That was an after school show. And man, listen, me, I was working for myself. I was in the streets hustling, so I ain't never miss it. I never miss Rap City ever. Matter of fact, I never missed 106 at Park. I never missed 106 at Park. I didn't watch Video Soul as much as I watched Video Vibration, because Video Vibration was, and Video LP, they was breaking people like Erykah Badu, and they used to have the live performances. I had all that on tape. I don't know where it's at. I had all that on tape because they used to have the live performance on, I think either Video LP or Video Vibrate. They have a live performance with dudes in there performing all their songs. They would perform all their songs on Video LP. I don't know if it was Video LP or I think it was Video LP. They would have them do the whole show. That's the first time I seen Erykah Badu. I recorded it. I don't know where it's at. They would have the live performance on there. H-Town and all of them. They would be on Video LP. Somebody rocking out in them boots. As soon as they, I swear to God, tell me I'm lying. Video LP. I think that was Video LP. And Video Vibration showed the underground stuff. They showed the songs that Video Soul wouldn't show. Video Soul showed the main records. Video LP and Video Vibration showed the new artists or the underground stuff. That's what they would show. Keep on moving, don't stop till Jazzy, what his name was, Jazzy J or something with them. That's what they would show his videos. That's what they would show his videos in. When NDIRE first came out, they would show that stuff there. Like underground, like stuff that's big in Europe, stuff like that. To get on Video Soul, you gotta be Anita Baker. I'm giving you the best that I. That's the only one getting on with, only person getting on with Donnie Simpson. You gotta be popping to get on Video Soul. You're not getting on Video Soul if you ain't Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Freddie Jackson. If you ain't, if you ain't them, if you ain't Sade or somebody, Sade gonna be on Video Vibration. She ain't even over there. You got to be the big dog to get on there with Donnie Simpson. You got to be Luther. You got to be Luther Vandross, boy. You want to get on there with Donnie? Oh, no, you got to be the Commodores or somebody. Yeah, you can't get on there with Big Donnie. Donnie, like, I'm Donnie Simpson. I am BET. The rest of these shows bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Donnie come on early, and Donnie come on when everybody get on from work. And the big dog was Donnie Simpson. Video Soul. And that's where you see the top dogs. You got to be the top dog over there. Now, if you up and coming, that's why I love BET. Because they have somewhere for everybody. You up and coming with your little music. You can be on Video Vibration, Video LP. If you rapping, you're on Rap City. They had it going on, man. I don't know why they stopped that. Bring that back so I could watch TV again. That was the best TV on TV. MTV couldn't hang with BET. MTV only had Rap City. I mean, what MTV, your MTV Raps. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't hang with BET, man. BET, man, the TV stayed on BET until Donnie Simpson went off at night. Then we'll change. The TV all day, the PV on BET. But we're not watching nobody else, and we're gonna change because they had Your MTV Rap and Rhapsody Basement came on at 2 different times, so they didn't clash. They didn't come on at the same time. I forgot which one came on first, but I think MTV Raps came on first. And then Rhapsody the Basement. So you could watch both of them. They didn't clash because I used to watch both of them. That's when I used to turn to MTV when Dr. Dre and Ed Lover came on. And I watched Dr. Dre and Ed Lover. It was fly. Then I turned to BET so I could watch rap for a whole long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm a roster man, but our rap is running things. Reggae done fell off. Shinehead run things now. Who the cow fit, let them wear it. You know what I mean? Video Music Box was all right, but it couldn't mess with BET. It couldn't mess with BET because nobody mess with BET. Video Music Box, what I ain't like about that is if somebody keep requesting the song, they just keep playing that song depending on who requesting it. And it was bootleg. It wasn't clear. It wasn't, BET and MTV was live and looked like professional. The box looked like VHS, the bootleg channels. That's before VHS and then went mainstream. Because, VHS didn't go mainstream until Fox. Fox barred channel 32, and that's the first time, because we used to have 2 dials on the TV. One was UHF and one was VHF, and you turned to a certain thing, and then you could watch the bootleg channels. And then Fox barred 32, and that's when they merged all the channels together. And instead of 32 being bootleg, 32 went mainstream with Fox. And that's when we started watching the Tracy Ullman Show and Arsenio Hall. And Arsenio Hall blew up Channel 32, but Tracy Ullman used to have these cartoons come on. And them cartoons was The Simpsons. And when her show faded, they took The Simpsons from the Tracy Ullman Show and made The Simpsons its own show. Who really know this history over here? Who remember The Simpsons used to come on Tracy Ullman, the white comedian, which her show was pretty good. And they used to show little cartoons of this weird family. And it was The Simpsons. And then they took The Simpsons and just made them their whole show and got rid of Tracy. She had The Simpsons. That's where they was burned at, on the Tracy Ullman Show. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I'm like a real historian telling you young people. Like I be really telling y'all so y'all know the history. I don't be making no stuff up. That's how it really went. Even all the apparatus changed. So that's what blew up 106 in Park, because from the time you got Donnie Simpson and BET, between that and 106 in Park, we didn't got the Sony Trinitons, right? So the Sony Trinitons come out, and the ability to run the TV through your sound system. So now by the time 106 in Park come on, I got these big ass speakers, and we watching TV through the stereo. Oh, and now it's booming. This is the real history. I can give you the history of all the apparatuses and everything, cassette tapes, all that, all the way up. By the time 106 came, ain't nobody watching TV, listening to the TV speaker no more. Everybody watching TV through their stereo. So now, boom, when New Year's come, when New Year's Eve come, I tape all day because New Year's, right? They play all the hit records all day New Year's. I put my cassette tape in and tape it and edit out the talking. Boom, we have a New Year's Eve party. You come to the crib. I put the cassette tape on this, banging through the speakers, and 106 in Park come on. We turn the cassette off. New Year's party, 106 in Park. Free and AJ, and they got everybody on there performing all in a row until midnight. And it's up. And you turn that up through the speakers. You got the champagne and everything. The living room, the house is packed. And 106 in Park brought in New Year's for me until they went off. Every New Year's, we did 106 in Park. Because what was cool about 106 in Park, whoever had a hot record that year, they was on 106 in Park doing that hot records that you've been listening to all year. Tell me I'm lying. Whoever had the hot records all year, when New Year's come on 106 in Park, they ass on 106 in Park doing it live. So you ain't got a DJ. You ain't got to get no DJ. House full. Y'all getting drunk. Y'all in and it's up and they performing live in your living room until 12. Then 12 and go out and you go outside. Yak, 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 you know. You go outside. Yak, 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 yak. I'm in the old block. They like, oh, what's up, Roski? Let me see that. Oh, Jaru, let me see. Let me bust it here, man. Yeah. Shout out to Parkway, old block. I know y'all heard me in old block. I know y'all heard. Yeah. I know y'all heard. I know y'all heard me on New Year's in old block. Shout out to all my people at old block. Soon as it would go off, you just hear Happy New Year. Yeah. You can't do that no more. Babylon say we can't do that no more. My daddy did it. My uncles did it. But all of a sudden, we can't do what a tradition, what we've been doing. This is how you made sure that your guns worked, made sure they was clean. This is when you let your wife shoot. She's scary. This is when you let your son shoot for the first time. Shoot, he 9 now. You know what I'm saying? Did he can shoot it? Okay. Oh, wait, boy. Hold it like this. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, real black history right there. And so these songs, we thought they played them like they was new. But, you know, your favorite song, you didn't give a damn how much they played. They played 3 years in a row. You waiting on Follow the Leader. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on it. Because we had never seen nothing like that. This was new. Because first rap videos was like kind of all right, but they started getting better and better and better and better. They start putting more into the videos. The videos really got good. I mean, that's real history right there. You know, and this is when Vlad is a kid. Think about that. Vlad, 15, 16, 17, 18, do this. Tell me that man not hip-hop to his whole core. And people say, well, why was he in hip-hop? Because there wasn't no other music popping. Wasn't nothing popping. Nothing was popping from 1990 on but rap. Wasn't nobody else. Rap shut down. Luther, Michael Jackson, all of them slowly became secondary. And rap became number one to the point where the singers went to the rap. How do you want it? How does it feel? With Jodeci over there with Pop, we like, oh. And rap became number one because they started mixing the rap with the R&B. So it went crazy. Man, tell me Jodeci and Pac wasn't fire. You got the R&B and the rapper. That was fire. That was fire. That was when Ray, right? Nah, I ain't hear it. I don't be listening to rap like that too much no more. I might check it out though. That was fire. It was fire. That was fire. It was fire. It was fire. That's what rap went to the top. I was outside moving. Guess who? Guess which rapper came out was the biggest rapper in history? Put it in the chat. Who was the biggest rapper that came out that made the biggest impact in the history of rap? Put it in the chat. Who was the biggest when they came out? Who made the biggest impact? Put it in the chat. Look, let me tell you something. Put it in the chat. Who was the biggest rapper to make the biggest impact in rap music? Who album dropped that made the biggest impact in rap? Which album? Which rap album made the biggest impact in rap music? When it came out? Put it in the chat. I'll give everybody a little chance to make their statement before I tell you the facts from boots on the ground. From boots on the ground, I'll tell you the facts. From boots on the ground, I'll tell you the facts. Which artist blew the whole world up? That was the biggest artist to come out and rap. Who really changed the game? Who really was the biggest? Who made the most noise in rap history? Ain't nobody going, right? Let me see who y'all say. Jay-Z, Dre, Tupac, Rakim, LL, 50 Cent. Nope. This is the rapper that made the most noise when they came out. Nobody made this much noise when they came out. Everybody that made noise after this made noise because of this. This was the biggest rapper that ever came out. This is the biggest rapper that made the most noise in rap history. Without him, Tupac, Death Row wouldn't have even been all of that. This is the biggest rapper. Why I say it's the biggest rapper? Because I was outside and I was everywhere. I was with the Jamaicans. I was with the Trinidadians. I was with the Belizeans. I was around Africans in their homes. And guess which album everybody had? People that didn't have no rap CDs. When you would go to their house, they had one rap CD. I'm telling you the fact. When you go to a Belizean brother's crib, he got mostly Belizean music. And he got one CD. If you go to a Jamaican brother's house, they don't got nothing but reggae and dancehall. They all had, everybody had one CD. The Chronic, they didn't buy that. They didn't buy Tupac. Tupac was a Black American thing. But the Black Americans, the Africans, the Haitians, the Belizeans, the Jamaicans, everybody had Doggy Style. Not the Chronic. Not the Chronic. Everybody did not buy the Chronic. Everybody did not buy nothing. The only album that all the black folks bought was this album. I'm telling you from actually moving. Now, Soulja Boy was for the kids. I said the biggest. Soulja Boy was the kids. No adults bought Soulja Boy. And Soulja Boy didn't have no album. Soulja Boy had Watch Me You. Soulja Boy didn't have no big album. You didn't see no Soulja Boy album because by then it was singles, right? I'm telling you for a fact, when you go to people's house, I ain't talking no make-believe like what you like. I ain't talking about what you like. I'm not talking about what I'm like. I'm telling you from in the streets, from what you see. I'm not talking about what I like. I'm not talking about what I think. I'm telling you that every house I went to, even in different cultures, in cultures that did not buy rap at all. Because if you don't know, Belizeans do not buy rap back then. Jamaicans did not buy no rap CDs. Africans did not buy rap CDs. Belizeans, Trinidadians, they did not buy rap. All my brethren, everybody had this out. Everybody see, he talking about something different. See, he talking about something different. Some people ain't got good comprehension. Johnny Lemonade, he don't got good comprehension. He talking about something different. He talking about who sell the most records now and stuff like that. Ain't what I'm talking about. I said who came out, right? And he a little boy. You know what I'm saying? He a little boy. He don't listen to him. He a little boy. He don't know nothing. He don't know no music history. He ain't been in nobody's house. How many Belizean houses he been in? How many Jamaican houses he been in? How many Trinidadians he know? How many Nigerians he know? How many Senegalese he know? He's not like Big Pharaoh, big and broad, massive and loud and out of place, you know. You know me, there's a big man out here, you know. So means in every culture, no, I'm on you now. So I ain't talking about no little American Yankee boy that only go certain places he might go. You know what I'm saying? You's a little boy, staying you's a little, you's a little youth, Johnny, you's a little youth, you know what I'm saying? Johnny, no disrespect, you's a little youth, you know what I mean? So go all your kind of boy, a big man I speak, When this album came out, this album crossed all cultures. There is no other album that have crossed cultures like this. You know what I'm saying? Go brush your teeth, boy, and come back in 30 minutes, Go wash your face, boy, and come back at 30 minutes, boy. And I say, hold your bomber clot. Yes, good. Look. Listen, y'all. People like to talk opinions. I'm not talking no opinion. This is not opinion. I'm telling you what I seen when I went in people's houses. That's the difference between me and Johnny. Johnny's talking opinions, what he think. I'm telling you that when I went into different cultures' houses, when I went into houses, Belizean, straight from Belize, the only Black American CD they would have is this CD. This is over Johnny. Johnny don't know what he's talking about. Because first he wasn't here. That's why he said NBA young boy, a little boy. It's a little youth man. So it's not I know. NBA young boy is not bigger than Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg been to the Olympics and everything. Dude, Snoop Dogg is probably the most famous rapper alive today. There's nobody more famous than Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was at the Olympics. Snoop Dogg is Snoop Dogg. He's bigger than rap right now. Name me a rapper whose persona and personality is bigger than Snoop Dogg. Nobody. There's no rapper bigger than Snoop Dogg. When you look at business-wise and all that, NBA YoungBoy is a junkie and a personal inmate. He's nobody. No, he's not nobody. Nobody's looking at him. Snoop Dogg is the biggest rapper on the planet. Yeah, I remember. But I'm strictly talking about what I'm talking about. I asked y'all which person came out that was everywhere when they dropped the CD. I asked a specific question. I didn't ask no broad question. I said, who was everywhere when they dropped? And it's only one person still today in rap that's ever did that. Snoop. Snoop was everywhere. Mexicans had it. Puerto Ricans had it. Whites, everybody had Doggy Style. Everybody. Everybody. Him and Dr. Dre changed the whole rap game. The whole rap game changed once Doggy Style dropped. Rap was never the same no more. Everybody had to start doing big. When they did the video where Snoop started turning into Dobermans, nobody had ever did that before. Listen, name me a video before Snoop where Snoop and them started turning into dogs. Name me one video they did that. Name me one video where they used that high definition and top of the line cinema and had people turning into stuff. That was the first video we ever seen. That was the first video where we ever seen that. Nobody was doing that. Hey, listen, nobody was doing that. Snoop, and they was the first one to do that. They changed that. Snoop Dogg changed the whole stuff. That's why he kind of got jealous when Tupac came. That's why Snoop felt like, come on, man, I'm the one made all this happen. I think Suge Knight mismanaged the Tupac thing. I really do. I don't think he handled Snoop right. I don't. I don't feel like he handled Snoop right. You know, how you gonna take the person that really kicked the label off, and just because you get Tupac, how you gonna move Tupac over the label when the label ain't nothing without Tupac and Dre? How you gonna kick Dre and them to the curb? You know, Suge did a lot of old foul, funny style stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Like Suge did a lot of bogus stuff, like a lot of mismanagement. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't hate on the person that make it able for you to step in there and be big like that. If it ain't for Snoop Dogg, there ain't nothing big for Tupac to step in. He's stepping in Death Row. Death Row is big. Dre and Snoop. So you stepping in there. You know what I'm saying? You stepping in there. They made it big. They blew it up. You know, you got to give Snoop his props, man. Snoop was bigger than life. That was like, I remember being amazed, man. I was like, this is different. And then they kept it in the hood. They was in there dancing in a big old place. But man, when I seen Snoop and them turned into that dog, everybody didn't have the chronic. Everybody didn't have the chronic. Y'all stop trying to piggyback off me and don't know what y'all talk about. Jamaicans didn't have the chronic. Belizeans didn't have the chronic. Africans did not have the chronic. No Rastas I knew had the chronic. Why y'all be just saying stuff, don't know what the hell you talking about? You talk about everybody. We ain't even talking about the same everybody's. Yo, everybody ain't my everybody. The chronic was not international like that. The chronic wasn't international like that. Y'all stop. You got certain black men, they always want to try to prove something. Yeah, this too and that too. Bro, let that go. Ain't no album they did bigger than this. This is the biggest album they did with Snoop Dogg. Period. The Chronic was not bigger than Snoop Dogg because the Chronic wasn't the introduction. And the follow-up is never as big as the introduction. The backup is never as big as what made you famous. What made you famous is always bigger than what you make after you famous. You understand? I ain't got time to argue with nobody. If you don't want to listen, you know everything, come back in 30 minutes. I'm not doing all that. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Without Doggy Style, the Chronic ain't shit. What is the Chronic without Doggy Style? Nothing. Who gonna want to listen to the Chronic without Doggy Style? People just be talking. Just be talking. I don't be one to hear. People just be talking. Trying to prove they know something, don't know what the hell they talk about, and don't know nothing about the music business. If you drop a big first album, none of your albums is bigger than your album that got you the limelight. The Chronic was first, but the Chronic wasn't Snoop Dogg. The Chronic wasn't Snoop Dogg. Everybody didn't buy the Chronic. The Chronic, only rap fans bought the Chronic. I know what I'm talking about. The Chronic was just big in the rap community, but that was not considered Snoop Dogg. That was Dr. Dre's album. The Chronic was not bigger than Doggy Style. No way. Doggy Style was way bigger than the Chronic. The Chronic wasn't bigger than Doggy Style. Doggy Style made Snoop Dogg. With the Chronic, Snoop Dogg was just some kid they was bringing out. I remember him with the afro. He was still nervous and all that. That ain't. The Chronic didn't make Snoop Dogg. Doggy Style made Snoop Dogg. The Chronic did not make Snoop Dogg. Not at all. The Chronic didn't make Snoop Dogg. The Chronic wasn't considered Snoop Dogg. Doggy Style. The artwork was like Picasso. Just the artwork alone put that album above almost everybody's album. Look at the Chronic's artwork and look at this. Ain't even no competition. Come on, man. The Chronic album ain't cold like this. Not even close. The Chronic is not as good as Doggy Style. Not even close. But whatever. The Chronic not as good as this album right here. It's all right. But it's not as good as Doggy Style. People just be talking. The Chronic did not put Snoop Dogg on. The Chronic was something to get Death Row and Dr. Dre and Suge and them some recognition. But it was not the introduction to Snoop Dogg. And when they introduced Snoop Dogg, it was over with. It only got Dre picture on there, but it wasn't like no explosion. Like nobody went crazy over the Chronic. People bought it, people checked it out, but nobody really went crazy over it like that. Africans and Jamaicans wasn't running to buy the Chronic. It was just another Black American rap album. People just be talking because they be wanting to do opinions, and this is not no opinion. Because if I had to give my opinion on the biggest record to come out, I don't know what I would say. Because I can't see how I could give my opinion on the biggest record come out unless I could look at the community and see if it was big with the community. So just because I like it, that's not going to mean it was the biggest. The only way I can say is biggest out in the world is to see what the world's response. And I'm basing this off of seeing a rap album in places that there was no rap albums. That's what I'm basing it on. That's when you bigger than life. When I go to the north side and it's a Belician brethren, and I go up there to get some from him, and I see he got Doggy Style, I'm like, whoa. Because they don't even mess with Black American music, none. Cool, I go, whoa, he got, and another thing, this cover, you can see it anywhere. Listen, if you took this CD and you had 20 CDs and you stuck it in there, you could see it. You could see that CD across, you could see it no matter where you put it at. It was a genius. You could see that CD. It stood out like a sore thumb, the artwork. It didn't look like nothing else. And so if you go to a Belizean's house and he got it, and then you go to a Jamaican house and he got it, and then you go to an African house and he got it, Then you go to a 40-year-old Black American house and he got it. Then you go to a 20-year-old, he got it. It's a wrap. Soon as you see Belizean got it, it's a wrap. When you see an African, Belizean, and Jamaicans got Snoop Dogg, it's a wrap. It's the biggest. Because they don't, and it's the only rap CD they got. Get Rich or Die Trying did not go international like that. Y'all talk about records that Black Americans went like. I'm talking world, global. Y'all talking Black American. Get Rich or Die Trying wasn't global. Tupac wasn't doing global. Tupac was big in the United States. Snoop Dogg went global right off the top. Tupac wasn't global. He was just big for Black Americans. Wasn't no Jamaicans buying Tupac's albums. Wasn't no Belizeans buying Tupac's albums. I was really outside. I'm really in all the cultures. They wasn't buying that. How y'all gonna tell me? They bought one rap record. Snoop Dogg, that's it. They didn't go back and buy no more. Black Americans start buying more and more rap. But international, well, nobody messing with Pac like that international. Belizeans and Jamaicans and Africans was not less messing with Tupac. Y'all just talking. You're just talking. You don't know what you're talking about. Why am I listening to somebody? Why am I listening to somebody that ain't multicultural? You ain't been around no Belizeans. You don't be around no Jamaicans. You don't be around no Africans. You don't be around no Trinidadians. So you just talking. How you going to say something if you're not around these different cultures to see? So you just talking based on Black American talk. Oh, no, this one big. That's not what I said. I said who had the biggest impact. And it was Snoop had an international impact off the top. People was buying Snoop Dogg CD that don't even buy rap. People that was buying Tupac was people that liked rap. People that like rap bought Tupac. And people that like R&B, because they started having Jodeci and them on there, so they could sell to the R&B crowd. That's why he had so many sales, because he crossed over to R&B. But as far as somebody just buying rap, Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg is bigger than Tupac today. Snoop Dogg is the biggest rapper in rap history, still today. Tupac is not bigger than Snoop Dogg. Tupac is not bigger than Snoop Dogg. I don't know what nobody told you. Tupac is not as big in Germany as Snoop Dogg. Tupac is not as big in Australia as Snoop Dogg. Tupac is not as big in Russia as Snoop Dogg. Tupac is not as big as Snoop Dogg globally. And Tupac is my favorite rapper, but he ain't bigger than Snoop Dogg, not globally. Snoop Dogg is the biggest rapper alive. Who else go to the Olympics? Name me a rapper that smoke weed like that get all that stuff. Anybody else that blackball you? Name me a rapper that's hanging out with Martha Stewart and doing all that like that. Name one. Name me a rapper. Tupac, y'all think Tupac would have been at the Olympics? No. Never. Never. No. He not as big as no Snoop Dogg. He big, but he ain't bigger than Snoop Dogg. He might be bigger than Snoop Dogg in America, but he ain't bigger than Snoop Dogg in the world, though. Not in the world. Hell no. Pac is big in America. Pac not big like that. Pac not big like that. Globally like that. Not like Snoop Dogg. Ain't nobody bigger than Snoop Dogg. Ain't no rapper bigger than Snoop Dogg. But whatever. If you say so. Some people just be talking. I can't be arguing. People just be want to argue and they don't even know what the conversation is. So you'll say, dude had the best tires. And then they'll say, dude was a good racer too. You know what I'm saying? Weird stuff like that. But anybody in the business world will tell you, I'm a Brazilian percent correct. Anybody tell you. Anybody in the advertising and marketing will tell you who is the biggest rapper, who's selling the most products, who is a household name in rap. It's Snoop Dogg. According to this right here, how Snoop Dogg became a marketing powerhouse, Snoop Dogg is the biggest rapper alive. Rewriting the rules of celebrity marketing. Snoop, Martha, just a couple of besties. America's honorary Olympian. The business of being Snoop. I mean, y'all need to read and study and expand your, if you disagree with me, expand your mind and go do some research. Boss up. Like boss up, expand your mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't be really arguing. They can't get no further past who they like. So when you have these type of conversations, you're dealing with people that's going to push who they like. That's all they know. I like this. But when you talk about the facts of the conversation, they're not really good with that. They like to argue with me because they think these are my facts. I don't do my facts when I'm looking something up. So when I'm looking something up, I don't give a damn what I think. I just look up to see what it is. I don't go by what I think because I don't know. How the hell do I know? So I can't just look at this situation and say, oh, it's him. I have to go by the facts. I have to go by the marketing. I have to go by the facts of the marketing, by the facts of the popularity of this type of conversation. As a businessman, you got to go by facts. You can't do business based on assumptions or what you think. Because you think you're going to sell a lot of yellow cars, when the reality is maybe white's going to sell the most or maybe black. Maybe your favorite color might not be the color you want to paint your automobile when you're selling cars. Your favorite color is irrelevant when you're a businessman. And you're talking to people that want to do dare, and I'm not doing that. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I can't make Snoop Dogg be in Belizeans' house and Jamaican's house. I didn't make that habit. I got nothing to do with seeing his album in all these houses. Plus, I'm talking to people, you're not rounded like me. I'm not tooting my own horn, but it ain't too many black people rounded like me. I'm rare. Let's just get that part straight. You can go all over Chicago, and it ain't no black Americans too much like me. Ain't nobody been in the different circles like me. Usually people stay in their own circle. So it's not no black Americans been deep in Jamaican culture, deep in Trinidadian culture, deep in African culture like that. Because when I go in them cultures, I don't see you. I don't see no black Americans there. I be the only one there. So the circles I've been around, who, when you go around Jamaicans, they mostly only around Jamaicans. Most people is stagnant. When I go around Trinidadians, unless it's their girlfriend, they ain't around nothing but other Trinimon them. Facts. So because they don't understand my life, they want to argue with me. You understand? When my life proves everything I'm saying. It is what it is. They're not cultural. They're not cultural like that. They're not into the uh, 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 international black culture like that. You have to be into an international black culture to even speak on international black cultural things. Before you can even speak on it. They can't get on the phone. They can't go and be with that many people from as many places as I can. Who could do that? I'm different. I'm different. So I try to come back and explain that to the brethren and sister, and try to show them what I seen, what I went outside and seen, and bring it back to my people and say, hey, y'all, this was going on here and there. Exhibit A. You know who that is? That's one of the original Whalers. That's Junior Brathwaite. Rest in peace. He one of the original Whalers that was with Bob Marley and the Whalers. It was 5 of them. It was Peter, Bunny, Bob, Vision, and Junior. Junior mama moved to Chicago. So that's why he was no longer in the Whalers. That's why he was no longer in the Whalers. You understand? So I'm coming in trying to show y'all something that I was able to go inside and see something. I ain't got time to try to prove it to you. You either got to be intelligent or listen, or you don't. But I'm giving you the inside scoop. This is facts. These is facts. These people was dealing with Snoop Dogg heavy. That's the only black music they was dealing with. If it wasn't Snoop, they wasn't dealing with it at all. He the only one crossed over. He the only one that they all knew. They all knew Snoop Dogg. All of them. Everybody. Everybody knew Snoop Dogg. From every culture. Everybody bought that CD. That CD, that Doggy Style CD, man, that thing went everywhere. That thing went everywhere. It really did. I ain't gonna just tell you no make believe because I was shocked. I'm telling you what I was like, damn man, Snoop is everywhere. Once again, there go Tabby Diamond, Jamaica. There go to Farrakhan. He from the Virgin Islands. Those just my brethren in the middle, Virgin Islands. I'm hanging out with shout out to the VI posse. And then I go right there. Show me a black American or a Trinidadian was out there. moving like that. Everybody else stayed in their lane. Trinidadians stayed in Trini stuff, eating roti and stuff. Jamaicans mostly stayed in Jamaican stuff. Africans stayed in African stuff. I was in everywhere. These is all facts. I'm not normal. Look at my hair. This is in the 80s. So I'm not just making stuff up. Like I'm telling y'all the facts. I ain't doing no make-believe stuff. I'm not interested in doing make-believe. I'm not gonna come over here and tell y'all no make-believe stuff just because I think. Most of the time, I'm telling you stuff because it was shocked me. I was shocked to see Snoop Dogg in all these people's cribs. So I'm just sharing y'all what I've seen behind the scene. I'm like, dang, they got Snoop Dogg. The first one I seen that I was like, dang, the Belizean brother had the Snoop Dogg. I was like, dang, he got the Snoop Dogg. That's deep. Then I seen the Jamaican brethren had the Snoop Dogg, and all he do is DJ. He a DJ. All he buys sugar mining and half pint and stuff. I said, dang, he got the Snoop Dogg. Wow. And everywhere I went, the African, they had the Snoop Dogg. So I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I was tripping. So this ain't nothing I'm just making this up. It was really strange to see him at everybody's crib. I understand I'm a boss out here. Why you think I was at everybody's crib? Let's get to that. Shout out to Zip. Let's get to that. You got to understand what I was outside doing. How many people do I know? What was I doing at their cribs? You understand? Snoop was the man. He was huge. He the first one to cross over like that because the Belizeans, Trinidadians, Jamaicans, Africans, they didn't really mess with our music like that. They didn't mess with Black American music. They was heavy into their own culture, and they only was pushing their own culture. I didn't meet him. I know him. That was my brethren. This is my brethren. I didn't meet him. This was my brethren. It was my brethren. It wasn't like this wasn't a meet. We was at the beach hanging out. We just didn't take a lot of pictures back that day. We was at the beach hanging out. Now he would go to Jamaica and meet with Bunny Wailer when Bunny Wailer would come back to Jamaica. Bunny Wailer had a farm in Africa. And when Bunny would come back to Jamaica, he would get the word and he would go to Jamaica and hang out with Bunny. Then when he came back to the U.S., he would tell me what Bunny said and what's going on with Bunny. That's how I know when Bunny was in Africa and when Bunny was back. And that's when I know Bunny left Africa and got rid of his farm in Africa because the vibe in Africa wasn't right. And Rita had went over there after Bunny went over there. So he was going back and forth, giving me information from Bunny. But this was my brethren, though. This wasn't like no celebrity. This was my brother. He lived in Chicago. We at the beach at 63rd. We at 63rd Street Beach hanging out. This was my brethren. This wasn't like no celebrity. He was, no, this was my brethren. Gold in the middle was my brethren. Now, Tabby is a celebrity that I didn't know. But the brethren in the middle, these was my brethren. These is my brothers. You understand? These is my brothers. Josh Stone, this is my brethren. These ain't, you know what I'm saying? These people house, I know they mama, they daddy. You know what I'm saying? My brother Josh Stone from Jamaica. He got 5 brothers. They had the band the Nyakoma reggae band. He had just cut his locks and started over again. His locks was all the way down to his past his waist. He had started him over again because he had something happen and he had got some stitches and he didn't like the fact they cut his head right there. And so he just got tired of the fact he got stitches and they had to put a razor there to get rid of some of his hair to give him stitches. So he just cut it all off and start over again. He's straight from Jamaica. I'm in a house. I'm in his house. These ain't, okay? I'm different. I know a lot of people in a lot of places. I got an unusual lifestyle. I know GDs. I know BDs. I know Vice Lords. I know Farrakhan. I know Crips. I know Bloods because I lived in LA. So I got a weird lifestyle. But I'm a very easy to get along with person. And I love black people. And I don't be doing the weirdo stuff they do over here. I'm chill. So I don't be irritating brothers and shit. I get in where I fit in and I just be cool. I don't be saying goofy stuff and all that. I'm trying to teach brothers over here how to conduct themselves like kings. We don't be antagonizer. We don't be, when the brethren tell me a story, I don't interrupt the brethren's story and try to put in what I'm saying when the brethren trying to teach me something. No, I didn't meet Damien and them. They all younger than me. Damien and all of them. That's the next younger generation. I watched them come up. I seen Ziggy Marley when he was a little boy. What the fight? Them a fight against I and I, but they not gonna catch I. That's Ziggy Marley. I went to see Ziggy at his first concert when after Bob passed away after so long, they was looking for a replacement. So I went to see Ziggy his first concert. I went to see Andrew Tosh too. I seen them when they first started doing concerts, when they were them liquor boys, you know. You understand? You understand? Me is a big man, you know what I mean? Me is a big man, you know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? Me no little boy, you know what I'm saying? I've been out here. I ain't no little boy. I'm an elder. I'm 67, I'm finna be 70. So all them, the youth, you know, little youth and stuff, Ziggy and all them. Them the little youth. I was with the people that started reggae. It was my teachers. The people that taught Bob and Bunny and them. This was my teacher, one of my teachers, Ross Kojo Brown. He the one that helped Michael Rose, Black Uhuru, the Wailers. These the brethren that made them rosters. They was going to his camp when they was bald heads and started dreading under him. And Mortimer, this is Mortimer Plano, and him was the ones at the top. And Bob and Bunny and Peter came to him and then learned all that stuff up in the hills. So when he was living in Compton, I was living with him, and they was all calling him. Bob was gone already. Peter was gone already. He told me all them stories about all of that. But these are the brothers that started the roster culture as we know it today. So every time somebody came to town, he was with them. I lived with him in Compton. This is him when he went back to Jamaica. I had went to Hawaii. He went to Jamaica, then I went to Hawaii. But when the reggae artists would come to town, they would call him first. He didn't have no phone. The phone was next door. So the Black Americans next door would say, Kojo, phone. And he would say, Ramesses, go get that. So I had to go get the phone for the elder right here. And I would go to the phone And it'd be like, this Peter Taj telling him I'm coming. I go back, I say, that was Peter. He said he gonna be there whatever day. Some days go by, the phone ring. I go over there. This Jimmy Cliff. I go over there. This all the big reggae artists before they come. This Michael Rose from Black Uhuru. Tell Kojo do 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 do. I go say it was Michael Rose. He said do 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 do. I'm just a shorty. I'm just a young roster. I'm just running messages back to the elder. He telling me, hold yourself, man. Shut up, man. Listen. Aya. You know how you young. I'm trying to tell him something. That's what he's trying to tell you. You know, I think I know some shit. I don't know shit, but I thought I did. You know, you think you know something. You know what I mean? But see, when I come under these brothers, they don't let you do that. They ain't on the internet. They tell you right there, Pharaoh, hush your mouth, man, and listen. Aya! So I was forced to listen. I went on the internet. Now you either gonna listen or they gonna stop talking to you, and you ain't gonna learn nothing. So what you gonna do? You gonna piss them off where they don't want to mess with you no more, or you gonna shut up and learn? A lot of these brothers be on the internet trying to argue with me. They would never get to go back around no elders like that. The elders would be, well, look, man, I got things to do. Nah, he passed away. I got things to do. And then when I ask about you, be like, no, man, I don't deal with that one. I'm an idiot, you know. They would never talk to you no more. Because they feel, how the hell you 20-something and I'm 50-something and you not listening? Because you's a dumbass, that's why. When I was raised, when your daddy talking, when your uncle talking, when older people talking, you shut up and you listen because you don't know what they talking about. Common sense will tell you they live before you, they experience more than you. How you trying to challenge them? Only this generation where you young, wet behind the ear, you want to challenge somebody that don't know shit yourself. I got young dudes challenging me on culture and all that. Put them in the streets, put me in the streets. They can't survive in the streets. They go into prison. They don't know how to hustle. They don't know how to keep their nose clean. They don't know how to avoid the police. They don't know how to avoid gossip or none of that. They're going to go and fall in all the traps and all the holes because they don't listen. If somebody walk down there and come back and tell you, you know, down there, this and that, listen. Why wouldn't you listen when they walk down there and you ain't walked down there yet? This for the young brothers, listen. Anybody older than you, listen. You got to know that just because you listen don't mean you got to believe it. But the young generation think listening means you got to believe it. No, listening means just listen. Just remember what they said. It ain't about believing it. When you get caught up in believing, you're going to be dumb. What you need to do is memorize what somebody tells you, especially if they're older than you, and just hold that. So when you walk through life and experience, that might pop up like, oh, this is what he was talking about. But if you didn't pay no attention, you ain't going to remember what he was talking about. So that's where the confusion comes. Some people think that listening means believe it. No, listening just means listening and remember it. It doesn't mean believe it. It means just listen. You don't got to battle everything somebody's saying. You don't got to test everything. And if you ain't got no age on you, you ain't qualified to test anyway. You ain't qualified to test nobody older than you. Period. Because you think it's knowledge. But there's no, the word don't go knowledge is the best teacher. It go experience is the best teacher. So anytime you don't listen to experience, you dumb. Now with this conversation, me telling you about Snoop Dogg, I was telling you an experience. I wasn't telling you a belief. And that's why a lot of brothers ain't ready. I was telling you that I experienced that Snoop Dogg CD was everywhere in places where it ain't supposed to be. That's what I was telling you. Snoop Dogg in the 90s. Snoop Dogg CD is not supposed to be in no Belizean household. The real mind them what you tell them. If a Belizean got Snoop Dogg CD in the 90s, that's deep. If a Jamaican got a Snoop Dogg CD, that's deep. They don't buy stuff like that. They don't buy stuff like that. They don't buy that. They only listen to their music. They don't buy nobody else's music. Never. When you go to a Nigerian brother house or a brother from Senegal or a brother from Ghana and he got a Snoop Dogg CD back in the 90s, that's tripped out. I don't know, maybe they strange to y'all, but to me, it tripped me out. It tripped me out. I'm in this African brother house. He ain't got nothing I recognize but Snoop Dogg. I'm like, damn. I was tripping. The African brother, I tripped a little bit. The Jamaican brother, I tripped a little bit. It was the Belizean brother, right? It was the Belizean brother that tripped me out the most. That's when I started thinking about the African and the Jamaicans and stuff. That didn't trip me out too much. But the Belizeans tripped me out because the Belizeans don't even listen to reggae like that. They listen to punta. So the Belizeans don't even mess with Caribbean music. They Belizean. So they only listen to punta. They don't listen to calypso. They don't listen to reggae like that. They really, back then, they just Belizean. They not even doing Jamaican, Trinidadian, or African. So that's why the Belizean tripped me out, because the Belizeans was just Belizean back then. They might be a little universal now, but back then, anybody was outside and tell you the Belizeans wasn't doing Jamaican, they wasn't doing Trinidadian, they was only doing Belizean. That's a fact. Anybody know they was probably the most stubborn ones out of all the groups. So when I seen the Belizean dude had Snoop Dogg, I was like, damn, because they don't mess with nothing back then but Belizean. Anybody been outside with the real different black cultures and know what I'm talking about? If not, you don't know, you don't got no clue what I'm talking about. It's like Ethiopians. They only do Ethiopian. Gin and Juice versus the Club, which one was bigger? I mean, as far as singles and records, now, as far as international, as far as international, as far as back then, because you got to understand, Gin and Juice is one era, and In the Club is a whole different era. So I really can't compare the impact. If I'm comparing the impact, hold on. Gin and Juice came out in 1993. In the Club came out 2003. So you're talking 10 years different. So it's not really a fair, comparison, because one came out with one group of people and the other one came out with another group of people. So that's not a good comparison. Because that's like 10 years later with a different crowd. Gin and Juice is 93 with that crowd. in the club of 2003 with that crowd. So, I mean, how do I compare the 2000 crowd with the 93 crowd? 2000, it's not a good comparison. It's like a false comparison. I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Gin and Juice was 94. Okay, yeah, January 18th, 1984 as a single, and the album was 93. So, yeah, 94 as a single, but it came out in 93 because that's when the album dropped. So the single, yeah, was released in 94, but technically it's released in 93 because nobody was really listening to singles. And once your album dropped in 93, everybody gonna play Gin and Juice. So Gin and Juice was being played anyway, way before 94. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a kind of like a trick. Because look, if the album came out in 93 and the singles on the album, that's when the song came out. It's like the album itself was released in 93. Well, if you released the album in 93 with the song on there, then the song came out in 93. So I don't know. That's like some trick stuff. Because back in those days, nobody really cared about single releases. Everything was album release. They wasn't going to play it on the radio anyway. That's kind of like a trick. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Michael? So yeah, 93. But that's 2 years, that's 10 years different. So I can't really judge her, you know. I mean, it's not a fair comparison. Plus, the records ain't the same records anyway. Gin and Juice is a rap record, and In the Club is a party record. So I wouldn't compare them anyway. That wouldn't be a fair comparison. That's like Mariah Carey Christmas. Mariah Carey Christmas is bigger than In the Club because it's a Christmas song. In the Club is a birthday song. The only reason In the Club is big is it's a birthday song. Because he said, go show it's your birthday. So everybody's birthday, they're going to play In the Club. So it's not big just because of a great song. It's big because he said, go shorty, it's your birthday. So it's a birthday song. Mariah Carey's a Christmas song. So that's a different category technically. It's not big just because of the song. It's big because he said, go shorty, it's your birthday. And every birthday people playing it. So 50 just was smart when he said it's your birthday. I don't think he realized it was gonna be a birthday song, you know. So I can't compare that to Gin and Juice. Gin and Juice is not a celebratory song. Not really. So I wouldn't compare those two. I would compare In the Club with my Mariah Carey Christmas song. That's what I would compare that to if I was comparing them professionally. Which is the biggest celebratory song? Mariah's Christmas song You rocking with the realest. Okay, see how I break that down? Let's do a real comparison. Mariah Carey Christmas song, 16 million copies sold worldwide. Now, this is a fair comparison. Okay. Mariah Carey, Christmas, sold 16 million copies worldwide. 16 million. 50 Cent in the club, 10 million. So Mariah wins. Mariah wins. Mariah 10 million. 50 Cent 10 million. Mariah 16 million. So Mariah Carey wins. If you want to have a good comparison. I really do this music. So that's a better comparison. So the biggest celebratory song is All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. Almost doubles in the club. With over 2 billion streams. Let me see how many streams 50 got. Mm-hmm. They don't want to show me. But I don't think it's no 2 billion. I can tell you that. It don't look like 2 billion. It don't look like 2 billion. So I don't know. It's almost 2 billion. Yeah, it's almost 2 billion. It's 1,800,000,000. So it's almost 2 billion. So he might got 2 billion because it's just on Spotify. So he might got 2 billion streams too. He might got 2 billion streams. Yeah, 50 doing it big. He might got 2 billion streams. Go Phil. I went to that concert. That concert was fire, boy. And that concert was fire. I took my grandson to see 50 Cent. Last time he came to Chicago, man, that concert, man. And that concert was fire, man. PJ didn't know what he was looking at. But he was a superstar. Because everybody saying, what are you doing here, little guy? You're so lucky. Your grandpa bought you to see this. That was like, I wish I had a granddaddy like yours. It was tripping. When they seen him in there, little as he was, they was tripping. People was like, you are so lucky. He don't know what he was looking at. He gonna get older. He gonna be like, man, my granddaddy told me to see 50, man. I seen 50, man, when I was little. He was little. I took him to see Fifth. That cost me some money to take that boy to see that show. That's it. Next, we're going to go see Chris Brown. I ain't seen Chris Brown. I'm going to go see Chris Brown. I'm trying to see all the Fantastic. You know, I've seen the Earth, Wind, and Fire. I've seen Michael Jackson. I've seen Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. I'm trying to see the only people I want to see now that's big like that is 50 and Chris Brown. Ain't nobody else big like that I know. Kanye, I'll go see Kanye. Kanye big like that. I'll go see Kanye. I seen Jay. Oh, I got to see Beyonce. I got to see Beyonce. I got to go see Beyonce. I got to see Chris Brown. I got to see Beyonce. I got to see Kanye. Maybe the African brother from Africa, the big African. I might go see the African brother though. I might go see the African brother when he come. I might go see him. The African brother big. I might go see the African brother. Yeah, I might go see. I might go see. I might go see Burner Boy. I might go see him because he big. I'll go see that. Yeah, if you big, I'll go see. You know what I mean? I don't be doing no hating. I don't know none of his music or nothing, but I'll just go see him. I'll listen to his music like 2 weeks before I go. Like once I buy the ticket, I'll listen to the music every day. What about Cash Money? Would I go see Cash Money? No. Cash Money's washed up. I would have had to go see Lil Wayne before he got on all them drugs and stuff. I wouldn't go see that. BG, and then I said, BG is out of there. Like, what's wrong with him? They just not appealing. I ain't taking no lady. I'm taking my son. I'm taking my grandson. I ain't taking no lady. I'm taking PJ. All them shows, I'm taking PJ. I ain't taking no woman. I'm taking my grandson. I'm going for him to see stuff. I ain't going on no date. Yeah, I ain't going on no date like that. Like I would take a woman with PJ if she wanted to go, but I would be taking PJ and she would be going with me to take PJ. It wouldn't be no date like that. Would I say a concert is a nice first date? No, a first date for me, a first date is nowhere that costs no money. Nowhere that costs no money. So we're gonna go somewhere like the zoo, to the park, something like that. I ain't spending no money on no first date. I'm not spending no money. Now, if we go and we hang out, like I might spend a little money. Like I might take you on a boat cruise to on the river, Chicago River boat cruise, something like that. Because I'm taking you out to get to know you. I can't really get to know you at dinner like that. Dinner's too corny, too stiff. I'm not taking you to dinner. If we go to dinner, it's because we already went somewhere else, and I'd be like, "Yeah, you want to go get something to eat?" But when I ask you to go get something to eat, I'm finna take you some fast food vegan place. I'm not taking you. Yeah, I'm not taking you to dinner. Yeah, I'm not taking you to dinner. I'm not taking you to no picnic because we sitting there. It's too stiff. I gotta take you somewhere where we moving around. I don't want to sit there with you because it's too stiff. So I gotta take you somewhere where we walking around. I don't want to, young brothers. You take a woman on a date. Don't go sit down nowhere with her. That's too stiff. Take her somewhere where you're walking around. Take her to the panic room where you got to escape. Some shit like that. Take her to one of them escape rooms where y'all can have some fun and you can really get to know her. It's a date, a dinner is stiff. By the time I take you on the dinner, we should have been already hung out a couple times. Then we go to dinner. Unless you just want to, unless you just, you know what I'm saying? Right. If she want a highly expensive restaurant on the first date, she got to go kick rocks. Yeah, she got to go kick rocks. That's for one of y'all. That's for one of y'all to do that. The zoo is all right, but I don't like to see animals in cages and stuff. So it wouldn't be great for me. I don't like zoos. But somewhere we can go walk around, a stroll on the beach, something like that, to the riverfront, something like that. On the first date, I don't want to be around her too long. I only want to be around her an hour and a half, 2 hours. I want to drop her off. I ain't gonna take her to the shooting range. She can't do nothing like that till she my queen. We're not doing no shooting or nothing. You gotta be mad before we go to that level. Before I'm gonna teach you self defense and all that. I mean, you could do all that if you want to. You know what I'm saying? When I went out the first time with my ex, I took her to Benihana and shit to get something to eat. But I didn't take her to Benihana to take her to Benihana. I wanted to go. But yeah, I got a limousine and took her to Benihana and all that shit. But I was in the record business, so I was just moving like that anyway. And we end up being together like 20 some years and having a baby and stuff. But that was then, this is now. So I'm wiser than I am then. And it worked out, it was cool. But women was different back then. So you have to deal with women based on what the times is like. Oh, back then, yeah, I would take you to a fancy restaurant, but today, no, hell no. Today in the internet era, no. You have to date according to the times. At the time I took the woman to Benihana, right? Women wasn't like they was now. There wasn't no social media. So if you took woman on a fine date, she really appreciated it. Because it was just you and her. There was no conceived. Now with social media, there's all these preconceptions. So now you dating social media people that's on social media. So you can't do what I did way back then. You can't do that now. I don't know about using men or none of that. All I know is if I'm trying to take you on a date, I'm trying to see if I want to be bothered with you. So I'm not taking you on a date to get with you. I'm taking you on a date to see. And we'll talk about that. Let me end this live and I'll come back and we'll talk about that. We ain't gonna mix that with this. We're gonna end this live. We're gonna come back, we're gonna talk about dating. All right. Support the channel. You're rocking with the realest alive. Keep it a billion. I'll come back, we'll talk about that separate. And I'll be giving y'all too much at one live. Spread it out. So you know what I mean? Support the channel and make sure you go and subscribe to Pharaoh Said That Live. It's gonna be up over there. All right, one.